Hello and welcome back to my garden, where we've been growing things for quite some time now and learning as we grow. With 3 children, I'm always looking for different ways to spark interest and keep them engaged. And I'm here today to share some of those ideas with you. You don't need lots of space, you don't need fancy equipment, you just need a little bit of creativity and imagination. So one of my favourite activities to do with children is flower pounding, and it's actually an activity that adults love as well because it's a great way to get rid of pent-up frustration. And all you need is a hammer, a piece of cotton, you could use a pillowcase, I've got a cotton tote bag here, or a scrap bit of material, and lots of colourful flowers. So we're going to begin by placing our flowers on the tote bag. There's no hard or fast rule, just allow yourself to get as creative as you like. Always ask permission before you pick the flowers as well. So we've got some pansies here, we've got some geranium leaves, we've got tulips and primula. So the brighter, the better. So we're just going to pop them down on one half of the bag. Here we go. A really nice bright red tulip. And some lemon balm leaves as well, which smell absolutely amazing. So once you've got all your petals and your leaves down, you're going to fold over your tote bag like so. And this is the really good fun part. Pick up your hammer and just give it a good bash. And already you can begin to see the pigment coming through. And this is a great way to introduce children to dyeing fabrics, because once upon a time, all our clothes were dyed using plant material. So it's a really fun and creative way to get children hooked on gardening. So after you've done a few final pounds with your hammer, we can then reveal. So normally I would leave this for a good sort of 12 hours just to allow the pigment to soak in, but as you can see, we've got a pretty good flower pounding bag, which actually matches my shirt. One of my favourite fruits to grow with children are pumpkins, and there's a number of reasons for that. Pumpkins are bold and beautiful, and they're also nutritious and versatile. And they're a great example of educating kids where their food comes from, because believe it or not, pumpkins don't just appear on supermarket shelves in October and then disappear with the ghouls and the witches. They last for quite a long time and they've got a really good shelf life. So let's sow some pumpkins. The seeds are pretty big, which is also really great for children as well. And you can sow them in modulars like this, or you can sow them in pots of peat-free compost like this. And with pumpkin seeds, you just want to make a hole with your finger, and then you're going to place the seed on its side and then cover it up. And the reason for putting it on its side is so that the seed doesn't rot. And then we're going to give it a good water and leave it on a sunny windowsill until it starts to germinate. And that is our Crown Prince pumpkin. And over here are some that we sowed at the end of March. And these are ready now to go into a bigger pot. So we're just gonna ease them out very carefully like so. So it's got some lovely leaves, and into a bigger pot, we're gonna pop it in to its new home. So this plant will be ready to go outside when all chance of frost in Scotland has passed. And then come October, we should have a really healthy harvest of pumpkins. Another great way to get kids involved in gardening is by rescuing supermarket herbs, believe it or not. It's a great way to teach them about care and patience. Now, normally, if you have supermarket herbs, over the course of a week or so, they will begin to wilt. Now, I bought these last night, so they're not exactly wilting, but I am going to show you one of the reasons why they do wilt. And that's because in supermarket herbs, there are lots of individual plants crammed into one pot. So these are chives, and I'm just going to gently show you here. If you tease out all the plants, you'll see in there that there are lots and lots of individual plants. So from one plant, you'll be able to make quite a few pots of chives. Okay, so now that we've teased all the plants out, we're going to take a new pot and we're going to fill it up with some peat-free compost like that. And then we're going to take our individual plants and we're just going to repot them up. So pot them up and then fill them up with compost. And there we have it, a brand new chive plant. And you can keep doing that with all the individual chives and you'll end up having maybe about 20 new chive plants. And the same can be done with the thyme and also the basil, and you'll have fresh, delicious herbs. So whether you're looking to get creative in the garden with children or grow something tasty, there are plenty of things you can do to get children hooked into gardening. And it's not only fun, it's also rewarding and grounding. And the best bit is you'll probably learn something along the way as well.